So this coming from Pop Culture News, we have this article about Avengers Secret Wars. Marvel boss comments on full reboot after Avengers Secret Wars. This coming article coming out today. So the first thing you think about is Marvel boss Kevin Feige, but it's actually not that. So this could be, a little bit different. Marvel TV boss Brad Winderbaum speaks on the possibility of a full MCU reboot after Avengers Secret Wars. So this is just somebody who deals strictly with the Marvel television side, which would be kind of the Disney Plus side. Marvel exec Brad Winderbaum recently did an interview for Daredevil Born Again Press where he was asked about the possibility of rebooting the entire MCU after Avengers Secret Wars, which is currently a theory going around among fans. So, of course, this is pretty much what everything's led up to is Avengers Secret Wars, like Endgame and, all the movies pretty much dating back to the X-Men and the solo projects like a Daredevil from Ben Affleck or a Ghost Rider, leading up to Doomsday, leading up to Secret Wars, and then people were kind of, theorizing, could this be it? So we have on screen off script, we can see kind of him talking about, during a press run, what they could potentially be doing afterward. His full quote, "You're going to have to ask Kevin Feige about the features. I'm on the TV side, but we do navigate the same waters and live in the same universe. I'm a comic fan. I've seen what happens at comic companies when things get full reboots. And the truth is, every time there's been a full reboot in DC, in DC in particular, it always feels like you can't really fully reboot anything." So I feel like he's just taking, not shots, but he's definitely mentioning the Snyderverse going into the James Gunn universe where there's this split division between fans. The classics always come back around. It's a very difficult thing to do, a living, breathing, fictional universe, to just start from scratch because of all the fan investment and love for the stories that have come so far. So yeah, I could definitely see this argument here that he's talking about. We are invested in so many characters that, they would need all satisfying conclusions at that point. They would need kind of resolutions and everything. And, there's even that point to the point where if you fully reboot it, you get a new Captain America, new Iron Man, new Black Widow, all these new characters, and you get new actors and new stories. There will always be that wonder of what could have been next for them and what could they ever possibly come back for another story, another multiversal story? They would have to do complete different stories that we didn't see in the MCU and kind of have to find that balance between if it's too much like, for example, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or if it's too different from what the Captain America character would do. And, would he give the shield to maybe the Bucky? That's just one example. Iron Man, does he become an evil Iron Man, or Thor? Is he, all different things. Hulk, him never becoming Professor Hulk. These are a lot of what if scenarios. And again, seeing different actors in these different places and seeing these reboots could be a really tough thing because we're so invested in these actors playing these certain roles. Many fans have speculated that Avengers Secret Wars presents the perfect opportunity for Marvel to introduce a soft reboot of sorts, possibly shifting focus on the X-Men as the new central storyline of the MCU. So the X-Men are, slated to come out after them, but I don't think it's going to be a full-on reboot or a soft reboot at that point. I think they're just going to continue on with the story. The Secret Wars storyline in the comics involves the multiversal collapse, which allows Marvel Studios to refresh characters while maintaining past fan favorite elements. A key part of this is the creation of Battleworld, which is defined as a patchwork planet composed of different realities that exist simultaneously, governed by a single ruler. This could serve as a way to merge a new X-Men universe with the MCU, bringing the mutants in a natural way. I don't know if I like this that much. I understand wanting the mutants to be around when Captain America's around, Steve Rogers' Captain America, or Iron Man, or, all these different characters, Hulk. You want the X-Men to kind of coincide with the Avengers, kind of see maybe an X-Men versus the Avengers thing, which has been a rumor for so long that a lot of people want to see. I could see this rather than, kind of going past the Avengers storyline and then continuing on with the X-Men and only having like certain things from the other stories, which could be really interesting at the same time. But again, you want to see these characters like Wolverine and the Hulk kind of, duel it out, or Captain America having a story similar to Captain America having a story with Wolverine, or, characters meeting and stuff. Before Avengers Secret Wars, though, it is Avengers Doomsday, which is expected to begin filming in the next several weeks in London, where the cast includes Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom, Chris Evans likely as Captain America, Anthony Mackie as Captain America, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Tom Holland as Spider-Man, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Evan Boss Backrack as The Thing, Sebastian Stan, Florence Pugh, and members of the Thunderbolts are also expected to return if they survive their upcoming film. I'm pretty sure most of them are going to survive. Maybe a couple characters might not survive, but Bucky, they're all surviving. The Russo brothers have stated that Avengers Secret Wars will begin filming shortly after Avengers Doomsday wraps. As of now, Avengers Doomsday is slated for May 1st, 2026, followed by Secret Wars May 7th, 2027. Yeah, I did see reports that there is a rumor that they could be delaying this film. They're still technically running it, I believe. Like they said they were going to be running it up until they start filming, which technically is like, I guess, tomorrow, March 1st. The Russos recently teased that the upcoming film will be radical and surprising. Read about it here. We've talked about that. I have no idea where they're going with this, but would you potentially want to see a rebooted Marvel universe? I mean, we can have so many new stories, but again, there'll be different actors, different actresses for this. I mean, this will not be the cast. You know, we won't have Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Don Cheadle. This will not be the cast. We won't have these characters. We'll probably have newer, younger actors, maybe not A-list actors. I don't know. This could be interesting, but you let me know down below. Would you want to see a rebooted MCU after Secret Wars, or would you want them to kind of continue the story? And what ideas would you have for, something to happen after Secret Wars?